Hi there, my name is Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And this is another of my Big Finish reviews. It's reviewing the new box set from Big Finish, the Missy Adventures. I think they just call it Missy Series 2. I have to say, I really liked the first one. Really liked it a lot. Look, generally speaking, I love Big Finish. I love I do absolutely love them. I shill for them. Shamelessly. Yeah, I would say shamelessly. Because I think they're a great company. I think they do great work. Is this one I recommend? Honestly, it depends on how you feel about the current era of Doctor Who. If you're somebody who likes it or doesn't mind it, then you're not going to see anything that off-putting from this story. If you're somebody who has a bit of a problem with it, one might be a one to skip. I will go into detail about it in the review. Before we get there, can I ask you guys, can you hit the subscribe button? Can you hit the like button? Can you hit the share button? All those things are good, especially the like button. If you hit like, not like, well, like too. The subscribe, especially the subscribe button. If you subscribe, you can, what's the word? Enter my regular competition. I was going to say weekly, but this one's running for 3 weeks. My regular competitions. The prize this week is freaking awesome. The Indiana Jones Adventures. It's a 4D DVD box set, not including Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which many say makes it more attractive. There's a fantastic bonus disc of all this stuff about making Indiana Jones. Really great. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribing being very important from my perspective. Subscribe to the channel and in the video notes leave the hashtag Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones. Also, look, this is a Big Finish review. You will probably find this of interest. I put audio downloads in the video notes of all my videos. I did a bunch of audio visual stuff. That was the fan group that Big Finish grew out of, and now I'm putting out stuff that Big Finish used to make, but is out of license. You can't buy them anymore. You can't get a digital copy. You can't even buy a physical copy. Maybe on eBay. So go and look at the video notes. There is the second Tomorrow People release. Is on that. Was it the New Gods? That's the first one. I can't remember the name, but it's in the video notes. Download and enjoy. I would say if you do download and enjoy it, and the Big Finish ever gets a license back, which I really hope they do, because they had a whole season, that was going to tie up all the loose ends, all the plot threads that they built up, recorded, but it was never released because they lost the license from Fremantle. And then, they lost the license. This is completely incidental. They lost the license because they wanted to make a new TV version of Tomorrow People, which they did. And then it came, it went, it was totally forgettable. We lasted one season. And so I think a Big Finish will get the license back, but Fremantle still not that interested, apparently. Fine. So let's, but again, if they do get the license back, and you download it and enjoy it, go and buy a digital copy. There's, it's totally worth it. It's totally like $2.99. Plus, there's a freaking awesome Doctor Who sale going on there right now. It's £1.50, $1.50, depending where you are. The first 50 stories, there's some tons and tons of great bargains there. Fine, let's get into Missy, the Missy Adventure box set number 2. So the first one is the first story in the set. By the way, I'd say, I love the first one, and I really love the character of Missy. I really think that, as the current production team is really only comfortable making 10 episodes a year. Yeah, and maybe, 18 months. I would have commissioned another production team to do a 4-part Missy series. They're absolutely fantastic. She's a great character. She's bonkers, science fiction-y, but Michelle Gomez's performance absolutely exquisite. But I would say if they did, they could get a Catherine Tate and do a TV version of that Donna Noble box that they did, which was absolutely great. That would be huge, but I don't think they can make anything in TV now anymore. I think it's all going to be animated. That's probably the most likely way they're going to go. So the first story in this set is called the Lumiere. So Missy is being bonkers Missy, doing bonkers stuff. She gets herself an unwilling companion, and you see how much she kind of likes to mirror the Doctor. Like she really likes being the Doctor. She likes being like the Doctor. But this bizarre comedic version of it. I have to say that her to the Doctor is kind of like if you remember the second Capaldi season was it the Which is Familiar and the was it Witch's Familiar and the Wizard's Apprentice, that Dalek two-parter. That I kind of felt that felt to me like a really cool Pertwee story watched on acid. So that's the same kind of difference, So the story, the Lumiere, Missy meets another time lady, depending how they say it now, and she assumes this time lady is the Doctor because it's generally a do-gooding time lady, going around the universe doing good deeds and stuff. It turns out not to be the Doctor, but there is a line in it which I found a little bit irritating when she said, "No, I'm not the Doctor, but I am a fan of her work," which is, again, it just ties it to the current era, which is so contentious. It's so contentious. I mean, this must have been written way before season 12 came out. I don't know, they used to say when it was recorded on the website. Let's see if they still say that. No. But they used to have the date of recording on the old website. The Lumiere is played by, I kind of recognise her, Gina McKee. She's okay. She's a bit wet. Which, especially next to Michelle Gomez, and it's a really interesting idea. So very, very interesting idea. But it seems to me it's like a major turning point for the character of the Master in general. This has a major ramification for the Master, and they kind of leave it like dangling at the end of it, as I recall. So the second story is called Brimstone and Terror. Again, I would say the first box set is better. This one's a little bit more comedic, a little bit less. It has a little bit less stakes, a little gravitas, because it's played so comedically, much more so I think than the first one. The first one was pretty darn comedic. So the second story is called Brimstone and Terror, and Missy is the head mistress of a boys' school in turn of the century England, and of course she's completely bonkers, and she's making an army of psychopaths from this upper class boys' school. This is a sequel to the story from the first box set, where she was a governess to a sort of nanny, Mary Poppins-esque governess to this boy and girl. So it's the same characters. Trouble is, they didn't really make such a massive impression on me. I didn't realise it was a sequel to about 10, 15, 20 minutes in. They should have had like a previously on Missy, which they actually did on the full story. I just didn't see the real point of bringing them back. It's a fun story. It's a funny story. It's bonkers. It's Missy. General fun and frivolity throughout. It's written by Roy Gill. Third story is written by it's called Treason and Plot, written by Gemma Arrowsmith, and I don't know if she's done anything for Big Finish before. This is a pretty strong, serviceable story. This was quite fun. It's Missy is trapped in around the gunpowder plot era, and I was just looking on the description. Hopefully they will say it. I can't remember when the gunpowder plot was, like, say around the whole Guy Fawkes thing. And she wants to be rescued, so she tries to make the gunpowder plot not get foiled and actually happen, and set herself up as Queen of England. So then you have somebody from the Time Bureau. What's the name of the character? Rita from the Time Bureau, who's like a junior time agent, who they see there's a blip in time, they send her to deal with this. Honestly, this whole thing, it feels more like a mix between Doctor Who and Legends of Tomorrow, the Arrowverse thing. It's got that kind of, totally mix the two together. That's essentially what you get, and put Missy in the middle. That is the feeling for this box set. So you got this time agent who's trying to keep things on track and doesn't realise she's dealing with the absolute psychopath that is Missy. But there's another unseen force also at work within the story, also trying to get things back on track. And that person is revealed at the end, and it leaves you into a little bit of a cliffhanger, but not a massive one, because the meddling monk shows up, as played by Rufus Hound, who is freaking perfect. Rufus Hound and Michelle Gomez together. Fantastic combination. Lots and lots of fun and frivolity. So So the basic plot is really, really clever. It's really fun. The Ogrons kidnap the monk and Missy. They're after the master, right? Because they're after the master because after Frontier Space and Planet of the Daleks, the Ogrons were employed to start a war between Earth and Draconia. But they're employed because they were mercenaries. It turns out they were never paid, and so they're after being paid. But the Ogrons don't know who the master is and who isn't. And so here's the thing that really kind of annoyed me through this. I think the Ogrons were representing fans who don't like the current era, because the Ogrons are like, Missy can't be a woman, and they're like, no, Time Lords are more gender fluid. And I have to tell you, a real smart thing they could have done, which they totally missed in the series Doctor Who, is they could have had like a talk about the changing attitudes of gender fluidity. Like, in the past in Gallifrey, gender wasn't fluid, but now times are changing and people are regenerating, and gender swapping. But I do get the feeling they were lampooning people who don't like this era of Doctor Who. And whenever you say you don't like this era of Doctor Who, but the people who do like it, I don't even think they like it. I just think they like the Doctor being played by a woman. I don't think they really like the stories. When you get to them, they're like, oh yeah, the writing's not very, they just like the Doctor being played by a woman. So when you criticize the series and you go, oh no, the writing's terrible here, you always get said, oh, you're a sexist. So I do get the feeling that they're lampooning me, me personally, and I'm paying for the privilege. I think that's just kind of a stupid move on their part. I saw there's a new Bernie Summerfield box set coming out with David Warner, and normally, no brainer, click buy, no question. I'm not sure I want to at this point, because I don't want to be paid to have the piss taken out of me in a very disingenuous way. That said, it's a really fun and funny story. It's called Too Many Masters by John Dorney. To me it seems to like that little Brexit dig they had in Resolution, the Dalek story, on New Year's Day with the Jodie Whittaker. It's just pointless, utterly pointless. Little, units closed down because of Brexit, or the Trumper-like villain in Arachnids. Just a really pointless swipe at a lot of your audience, and even more so here. That at least was a general audience. This is a dedicated Doctor Who audience, and the current era of Doctor Who is contentious. I'm sorry, it just is contentious. There are people like me who very much don't like it, and the people who very much don't like it call me terrible names because of it. And fandom has become a terribly toxic place. And a refuse from that has been Big Finish. So I'm very upset, really, that they decided not to do that here. I'm actually going to write to David Richardson, the producer. I don't know if he'll see it. I don't know if he'll respond. And it's not going to be an angry letter, because honestly, it's very, very clear to me that he works very hard to produce a great product. It's very clear that he does that. I'm just really disappointed in this, that they've alienated. They are alienating their viewership. And it's one thing if it was free, but I'm paying for the privilege. I don't think so. Maybe I'm reading into it, but I don't think I am. I really don't think I am. Other things to note here, you go to the planet Ogrons, and you have the Empress of the Ogrons. Again, all fun stuff. There was a couple of little digs at me, and a couple of little things tying it to a very contentious era of Doctor Who. For what? What do they get out of it? To go, like, really? For what? Really? And I think they could have got by fine without doing any of that. I think, it's really, I just think they could have got by without doing it, and probably would have got by a lot better. So for me, is that recommend? No, I'm sorry, it's not. And it breaks my heart. It's really not a recommend. Beyond the digs, it's not as good as the first box set. It's a bit too frivolous. Always a joy to hear Michelle Gomez and Rufus Hound. I love both of them. Why do they have to have this alien, this like obnoxious stuff seeded into it? Really, why? Yeah, it just seems foolish to me. So there you go. That is my review, my honest review, the best I can do, my honest review of Missy Series 2. Go, if you want to give it a try, go out and buy it now. I think the price goes up at the end of the month. Yeah, that's the other thing. I think, Big Finish pricing, they really need to do something different with it. I keep doing these guys at Big Finish. And I just see, if it's something that's like 3 to 5 years old, make it 99 cents, or make it part of a streaming service, or something along those lines. There's just there's just so much great stuff out there, which I think they could monetize to a greater extent. And again, I would love them to do that. I would like them to be successful. I think in general, they do excellent work, and I would like the company to prosper. And these are difficult financial times. So there you go. That's my review of Missy Series 2. My name is Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.